Hello, good evening. Welcome back to VPG Tuesday night stream with Pro Clubs Weekly. Good to be back, but it does genuinely feel like I was sat here not long ago, Domino. How are you doing?
Yeah, it feels like I've never left. I don't think I have left April. I've just been at this desk this whole time waiting for tonight.
My streaming desk and my work desk are the same, so can confirm. I've been here for a very, very long time at the moment. And we wouldn't have it any other way, of course. It is Tuesday night, it's fireworks night. So, again, expect some fireworks tonight, hopefully. Not just in your local area, annoying all of your dogs, annoying Domino's dog as well. So if he looks as stressed as me for once, then you know why. I'm minding the stream, he's minding his dog. So I'm not sure which one's more volatile.
FYI, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. There's going to be some barking. It might need me to leave. My wife was nice enough to leave me with the dog on fireworks night to go see some fireworks. And yeah, we're here, mate. We're happy.
Domino, as I always say, mate, if I want to bark, I'll bark. Right. Match number 1. UK Premier. They are on my screen right now. They are drawing 2-2 to QPR. Although they've just scored in the very last minute with the last kick of the game. So shame that one wasn't on because that's 3-2. SBBS are playing Heritage. That is UK Premier match number 1. Match number 2 at 8:25 or whatever time we finished the first game. It is 2 new teams for us, Domino. It is the German derby. It is Soon versus ALEMMANIA or ALEMMANIA for short, Domino, because I know you might struggle with the full one there.
I know AACHEN for sure,
Abel. Then, as you well know, we move on to Esports Premier for the final 2 games of the night. It is FENERBACHE versus For the Win first up, and that's main event material there, Domino. For the Win only suffering their first loss of the season, first loss in 12 games last night to FAMALACIAO, so they'll want to put things right tonight. And then after that, the again so-called main event is ROTE versus Hyperspirit. ROTE we had on last week. They drew 1-1 to Ultra Instinct. Hyperspirit is their first time on the channel this season, so once again we don't know what to expect from the Romanians, but it is fireworks night. That's all I'm gonna say. Domino, what are you expecting then tonight from these 4 games?
Oh, mate, I do like having new blood on the channel. So with Hyper Soon and ALEMMANIA, AACHEN.
He's got it.
I've been trying my best, guys. I genuinely have.
I sent him the name at 9 o'clock this morning, so he had time to rehearse it.
Exactly, and I've been practicing all day long. Didn't do any work today. But what I'm expecting, April, is there's 3 new teams on the channel, which is excellent. We love some new blood. We love to know what these teams are about and give them the spotlight, obviously, over here on VPG. And then we've got, obviously, the FENERBACHE versus FTW game, mate, which is huge. Both really good teams.
That is a big game.
You can never go wrong with the UK Prem, April. Every single game we've covered from the UK Prem, it's firework nights every single night with those boys in that league. True.
And I'll let you in. Just let you see the lobby in the background, just as a bit of a teaser. But yeah, I mean, SB for short. Let's go with SB. They currently prop up the table. I'm not sure what that QPR game was beforehand. That may well have been a UK Premier game, as they've only played 7 games so far this season, while the rest have played 8 or 9. If that was a UK Premier game, then they did just get their first win of the UK Premier. If not, they are currently winless in 7, Domino. So they've got some digging to do. I mean, they've only drawn 1 as well, so actually lost 6 out of 7, which again I'm sure they won't love me saying. And that was the draw that they had on the stream. So we might be an actual good omen for a team for once. How about that?
I know, April. I mean, to be fair, with the QPR game, obviously going winless until they jumped on the channel under the bright light, shined the most, mate. Might be the case for SB.
I hope so. But on the other end, Heritage will not be hoping so, because they're in 9th position, and they want to move up themselves. So it's nicely poised for Heritage to take all 3 points. I don't think they'll mind me saying, especially when the likes of Newman and Jenks up front. That is a good partnership up front. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Brillo again at left back is a very, very good player. Look out for him. But like I said, SB, we may well be their good omen. And a lot of teams recently have been saying what bad omens we are for them. So, I don't understand how people can lose on the channel, which means people win on the channel, and we're still bad omens for people. The same amount of people are winning and losing, but hey, it is what it is. If you need to blame someone, you can always blame us up here, having no effect on the game whatsoever. That's not a problem at all. Unbeaten in 3, our Heritage, currently sat in 9th, played 8, won 3, drawn 1, lost 4. So very, very mid-table form, I think, with losing 4 in 8, but winning 3 and drawing 1. So I guess, you know, the table doesn't lie after around about 10 games, and to be fair, that makes sense. They are 8th in Elite A, so they're up there. When it comes to Europe, they're in a very, very good league. SB are in the chat saying we're going to try and create an upset. They know it's going to be an uphill battle here. Heritage are a very good side. However, SB, we did just see your game behind the scenes as well, and kudos on the 3-2 win, last minute winner. So
last minute winner,
anything can happen. SB are currently 18th in the European League 1, so a little bit further down than Heritage as well. So again, like SB said in the chat, it is an uphill battle for them today, but as we always say, and as we've always seen, Domino, this is not played on paper. I was going to say it's not played on FIFA. It is played on FIFA. It's not played on paper, it's played on FIFA, Domino.
Yeah, April. Any of these games go anywhere, and we saw that on last night's stream. Like, go back and check out on the QPR game. We didn't write them off, but it was an uphill battle against a really good team, against Mems, and they came across with the last-minute winner. It all happens on this channel, April, when the spotlight shine brightest on you. Yeah. It's time to either get into that spotlight or shy away. And I tell you what, QPR done it. Can SB do it?
Yeah.
And my dog is freaking out. Oh, it's because my wife's back. That's good.
Get her on the stream.
Okay, she's settling down the dog. Okay, we're back, guys. We are back. Hi, wife. We're good, guys. Don't worry. We're safe again. Let's go.
Yeah, so SB won 2 of the last 4 actually, and maybe 3 in the last 5 if that last game did count. Prior to that though, they had only won 1 in 6, so I feel like maybe they're starting to turn a corner potentially, Domino.
Yeah, well, results don't lie, April there. Like I said, not played on paper, but keep putting those dubs in that column, mate, and you're gonna get some change out at the end of the season.
And Heritage, on the other hand, unbeaten in 3, including a 2-0 win against SAF yesterday. So a huge win for those guys, and a good statement to the rest of the league as well, because that's a big win. Before those 3 unbeaten, they're no win in their last 3. So again, we're talking about that kind of mid-table Heritage. From Heritage, they're a very hit and miss team. So I think SB will be hoping there are more miss than hit tonight. But to be honest, Domino, we're just sat up here waiting for some more goals.
Oh, mate, and we love to see them goals. Some goals last night, April. Oh, still thinking about them, mate. Still thinking about them. It's going to be hard to top last night's stream with the action that we saw, because there was some unbelievable performance, unbelievable results, and some unbelievable goals. So tonight's got a lot to live up for.
And like we said, Domino, the UK Premier hasn't let us down yet. So boys and girls,
not yet, boys. Not yet.
The 22 of you in this game today, no pressure. Absolutely no pressure. We've never actually put pressure on the UK Premier. It's just always just randomly delivered. So we're more than fine with that. We're more than happy with you guys doing that. We are waiting for both teams to go in. They are being a bit naughty at the moment. So again, if you are in the chat, naughty. We are behind, so I guess that's time to just plug some stuff. Obviously, as always, we are 8Ball and Domino from Pro Clubs Weekly. We do a weekly wrap-up on our channel over on YouTube every Sunday at 7 PM, so make sure you check that out. Get subscribed to that, and obviously get subscribed to this channel as well, because this is the channel where all of the live streams happen Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. onwards, 8 p.m. until we finish, which at the moment is looking like it might be a late one. I mean, we've got SB are ready to go. I'm getting salutes left, right, and center here. Someone's called 2-1 SB in the chat. Domino. I think that's score prediction time from us as well. Let's put our money where our mouth is. No money will be exchanged.
Just say FYI,
or mouths. Despite what people may think.
Exactly. Right, I'm gonna go with the upset 8-ball. I was tempted to go with QPR in the men's game, although the men's are an unbelievable team.
Easy to say now.
I'm gonna go with the upset of SB grinding out a 5-4 game.
No, 5-4.
I can't like to see 8-ball.
Okay, I'll go 2-1 Heritage, I think. Sorry, SB, and that's brave of me because I know they're in the chat. Plague Doctor's in. Pro Clubs Weekly's Jeff. He says 4-0 Heritage, so he's gone ham. He's gone by the league. He's taken one look at that league table and he's gone, do you know what? Let's just go with form. To be honest,
and that 8-ball, that's because Plague Doctor is a stats man. He doesn't actually watch the games. He just looks at results.
He's a supercomputer. He's a supercomputer. Beep bop, beep bop. It will be 4-0. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the fact that Heritage have got Jenks and Newman up front. I think
that's a team.
Although SB got Glenn Coco in goal as well. We know how well he played last time he was on the channel, Domino. So
it's because of the name, mate. We gave him a lot of praise because of the name. And you go Glenn Coco.
You go Glenn Coco. Right, we are getting into the game finally. Hopefully, I'm going to say if we get kicked out now, we may be in a bit of trouble. So fingers crossed that EA is not up to their old tricks.
It looks like 22 on 22 8-ball. So let's just hope the first 5 minutes is quite nice. And it's always quite good with the UK Prem. Obviously, it should be. Most people are matchmaking from the UK. That's why we kind of like the games there, 8-ball. It doesn't normally do anything, but you got to touch a lot of wood around you.
Right then. Here we go. It is SB in the orange Real Madrid kit from left to right. And Heritage in the black Juventus kit. Some elite kits for an elite game as Iceman gets to the byline, getting on the end of that long pass. Here comes Weirs, very, very good centre-back, previously of Memzino Ball.
Yep.
Can't get them off of our minds at the moment. Bad boy AK, very good player, and very important player for this SB side as well. Gravy loses possession, and SB want to come back and just put their foot on the ball. First 5 minutes. Other than Iceman, we saw him bursting through already. And here he goes again. AK with the ball over the top. The square ball is on. He's not been able to pick it, Domino. Was that easier than it looked?
Well, I think he just took his eye off it. I don't know if that was a mechanical fault by player or user, but the square pass was there, and it unfortunately has to go down as a mistake, 8-ball. Yeah. I'm going to blame stick drift, but they're here again, 8-ball, with the shot. Looping shot, keeper was a bystander, and it's gone out for a corner. A good chance to get an early lead 8-ball with 7 minutes on the clock. Especially
with SB being where they are in the league as well. I think a good start here would have just kind of put them on that front foot, give them some belief, especially with whatever the game was in the last game. You know, whether even if it was a friendly, a last-minute winner against a good QPR side is still going to get you up for the game. And if they'd pinched that 1-0 up against a good Heritage side. Again, we're saying we like their forward players, and their forward players haven't touched the ball yet, so SB would be absolutely flying. But here is the danger because Newman's got it, cuts onto the right foot, cuts back on the left, but Reapers does well. Dispossesses him and then tries to take him on, beat him at his own game. AK dropping off for Iceman. They look good on this near side, Domino. AK and Iceman, I say that. Curse of the commentator. Newman wins it back, edge of the box. Gravy to Jenks. We know how dangerous that man is, but Big Dom, Domino. Big Dom is there.
And he's named after me, if anyone didn't know that.
Here is Brillo, who we highlighted before this game. Very good fullback. Zelenki loses out this time. They do keep the ball, though. SB at the back look confident on the ball, which I wasn't really expecting for a team in. Every time I compliment them, Domino. Hey, I'm going to stop. SB suck.
Oh,
Free
that's a
kick. Yeah,
cheap
free kick.
there. Bit of a soft one, but can Heritage make them pay for this position? It doesn't look like he can shoot from here. The short option's in with the runners in behind, or is he going to chip in behind? Is that horrible middle ground purgatory ball this is at the minute? He has gone short, lifted it long. It should be the keeper's. Does not come. Defender has to deal with that 8 ball. A bit of hesitation there from the keeper, I think.
Glenn Coco thought otherwise quite clearly. And yeah, I thought 40 yards out, unless you're going to power shot it. We know how we feel about power shots on this channel after last night. Lucas takes it down nicely, swings it into the back post, headed down. Bad boy AK there again, having a fantastic first half. Thomas loses out. Zelenki did really well though. Good interception by him, just read that pass.
8 ball. They are struggling to clear their lines at the minute. They did have the early share of possession. Heritage have settled into the game and they're showing why they're higher up the table here at the minute. Every time we compliment someone, they give the ball away.
We're just going to stop. It's going to be the most negative broadcast you've ever seen. Jenks. Usually a winger, but playing as striker tonight for Heritage. Gravy. Keeping the ball nicely, just waiting for an opening. It's not going to come via Thomas, but Zelenki wins it back again. A man who's having a very good game, but also so is Orbits. And yeah, Domino, like you said, SB just really struggling to get out of their half, I think.
Yeah,
Lucas beats his man to the byline. Back post is on. Oh, Brillo from left back. Headed wide, and again, you would have got good odds on the left back scoring first, but maybe proving why he is a left back, Domino.
Nah, 8 ball. I think the keeper there was slow to get onto his near post. The goal was open for him. I think if he got that in target, the keeper would be in trouble. But this Heritage team are just pulling SB into deep, deep waters here. And the accumulation of pressure normally does pay off in a goal. Now, SB are doing quite well shaped defensively. They haven't had any really, other than that header there, really
Harry
any
Newman
chances,
breaks into the
they
box.
are wandering in.
Jenks has got it now. That's not the man you wanted to fall to. Shifts onto the right foot. What a finish that is. Went one way, went the other, shifted it onto that right foot, and hammers it home for the opener, Domino. And we thought it might be a case of when, not if. And SB have succumbed to the inevitable.
Yeah, like I was just saying, the accumulation of pressure. If you can't clear your lines and you're losing the ball very, very in dangerous positions, and you're giving it to strikers like this, 8 ball, it's going to come to you. And SB won't do too bad defensively. It's just they are struggling to find the out ball. They're struggling to find the spare man here, and Heritage are pulling them into their deep, deep waters. And if SB aren't careful, it could be out of sight in this first half.
Zelenki picking up some good positions just between that SB defense and midfield. Headed back to Glenn Coker. I mean, it worked. Yeah, it works. Why not? I think Glenn is just, he's aware that his team aren't keeping the ball, so he just holds it for a little bit. Here is AK. And like we said, they got a lot of joy earlier on this near side, and they've rarely been on this side since we said that. I think if they can start getting it through to this man, AK, yeah, like I said, get it down the wings, get it to AK, near post, here it is! Ball. Big save from Ambrose, fantastic save. That is near post.
Been a bystander all game, 8 ball, and when the world-class keepers, that's what they do, when they're not called on time after time, pull out big saves like that. That is excellent, but really, really good play for SB, and there's a bit of sign of life here, 8 ball, because Heritage are going to have to start watching their P's and Q's. Yeah, down but not out are SB, and here they come, breaking through from the mistake, the early shot. And you know what, Dominic, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. He had players rushing in. He's apologising to his teammates there. But again, it's just joy down these flanks. Isolating these wide centre-backs, I think, has worked well for them in this first half, and that's where they've got their joy from. I think if they can carry on doing that, they might well get something out of this game, but that is very much dependent on keeping this Heritage strike force quiet, which is easier said than done. Newman to Brillo. Hutch into Jenks again, trying to get it onto that right foot. Double teamed him this time, and they do win it back, but look at that time. It needed to go, Domino. It needed to go. It didn't go, and the referee decided that's enough for that half. And to be honest, Domino, I kind of wish it wasn't, because that was a good half of football. Yeah, a great half of football at 8 ball, and my prediction for 5-4 is still on as well, so that's good to know. But just a couple of bits here in this first half that I'm seeing. Heritage, their press is very, very good, very, very heavy, but very, very high. I do think an SB can get out, which they have done twice. They're causing danger. It's harder said than done to get out of this press, but if they do make it out 8 ball, I reckon they've got some change in this game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. If they want to get anything out of this game, I don't think they can concede again. I think that is that's the main point here, is do not concede, and I think they may be able to get something out of this. However, as we said on comms, that is going to be a lot harder on the pitch than just me saying it up here. It is Heritage who will kick off.
We make it sound easy. Don't concede, score some more goals. Very simple, guys.
It's as simple as that, guys. Come on.
Oh, early professional foul there, Abel. I don't think he needed to make that, but fair enough. Fair enough.
Why not? Why not? Brillo obviously coming out hot from that dressing room. Maybe got a bit of a dressing down from that missed chance at the back post, taking out some frustration. But yeah, interesting again, because like we said, SB attacking the flanks, and so to get a fullback booked might not be a bad thing, bad tactic for SB, and keep at him, as they say. Lucas for Heritage, deep in his own half. The press for SB played through effectively to Zeliki. Happy to keep the ball. They've got willing runners in the shape of Newman. Iceman, deep in his own half. It's not where he wants to be. Picked up by Jenks, dispossessed immediately. They're done a good number on him since his goal. That is the only goal of the game so far. Looking for another. Jay Shea comes back, dispossesses, but again, Domino, they can't play it out of their defense into that midfield or striker, and I think that's what's killing them a bit here.
Yeah, I don't know if their wide men need to give those long ball options to them and hug that touch line, but they are struggling to get it out, and Heritage are sensing 8 ball because Heritage are going very, very hard on the press.
They are.
But they're getting they're getting very good success out of it.
Well, you almost get suckered in because you can't play the ball out, so you drop deeper and deeper and deeper, when in actual fact you kind of almost need to leave the options up so you can try and make it stick. So it's a tricky situation for SB to be in, and like I said, as long as it's 1-0, they're still in the game, and that's where they need options there, Domino. When they pick the ball up, to be fair, it did look like he had options, but just the wrong choice as Newman again tries to break into the box. Nothing given on that 100% definite foul, but Glenn Coco sweeps up, tidies up nicely, and gets his team moving again.
Yeah, this is what they need to do, April. When they shift it left to right, they've got options open, and you can see there, once they get into the front three, they're in on attack, and their players do like to run up, they do like to take on their counterparts, which is very, very entertaining. Look across here. That's excellent again. That was enough pressure.
Nothing given again.
No, wow, okay, fair enough.
Wow.
Fair enough. Impressive.
SB restart with a throw-in deep in the Heritage half, which they won't mind at all. Is nothing given again. It'll be a corner. I think that was a clean tackle, yeah. But good feet there by Kays, getting to the byline. Thought he might swing it in. They'll swing it in here though, near post. Popofan does well, clears the initial header away. Another flick onto Jenks, can't make it stick. SB, their tails up at the moment. Orbits, 2 Reapers. Bad boy AK, that's the man that this SB team want to get on the ball. Mr. Mike slides it through to the byline. Doesn't keep it in, ricochets towards the goal, but it did go out of play. Restart, but positive signs for SB, Domino.
Much more positive 8 ball. They're starting to play, instead of the 3, 4, 5, 6 passes getting out, that's a raking ball up there. And he's done very, very well with it. 8 ball, I can't see, and I did see the team sheets, pink haired centre back for CB. Who is that man?
Why would you think I know just random players? Stop trying to call me out like that.
I just need to know. I don't need to the right CB because he's playing an absolute worldie. I just can't see his name on my monitor. Here he is again. Let's see.
Get it, boy.
He's playing absolutely. There he. Look at fantastic.
Yeah, it's Orbits and Reaper both having a good game at the back for SB. Unfortunately, to be on the losers.
His own hands here, people.
He's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to. It looks like they're giving them license. Long throw.
That's a good
Wiz
idea,
picks
mate.
it up.
Good area.
Mix it up, why
Great
not?
area there.
I mean, you've got your centre-back taking a long throw. You'd kind of want it the other way around, a long throw onto your centre-back, because here is 3 versus 3. Zaliki can't get it through his orbits again, and I thought you might give him the kiss of death of the commentator there, Domino, but since you've been bigging him up, he's looked very good.
Yeah, he's been very good all night, April. And they're not getting that much joy down that side because he has played fantastically well. It's just there all the time, April.
Contender for man of the match for sure.
With definitely April, and with 20 minutes left to go, my prediction is definitely still on. But SB would just don't worry about the 5. They just need to worry about the 1 with that ball coming in the box. It's a good defensive header, and it fell nicely for Heritage here. And I do think, April, Heritage have started sitting back a little bit more. Maybe they're, again, a bit more game management.
Yeah, they're sensing it. I mean, like I said, they are mid-table. They do need the points. They don't want to be 9th. They want to be higher up, and they're playing bottom of the league at the end of the day, no matter what the situation is. Whenever you look at a table and you look at the fixture list, if you're playing bottom of the league, you kind of expect, you want a win, and I think that's what Heritage have done coming into this game. I think maybe they thought they might run away with it, especially in that first half. They haven't, and now they're not holding on, but they're going about their business in a very sensible fashion.
Yeah, this is very much a 50-50 kind of game now, as in momentum and as in chances and as in possession. But
I mean, they look really good here. Yeah, they look really good here. Zaliki being one of those danger men, but Orbits is there again. Domino's new favourite player. Gravy Sourcing cuts that out, but Jay is there as well. Here we go. Men up for SB. What can they get cooking? They can get cooking. The through ball. Goalkeeper stayed. Straight down the throat of Ambrose. Gravy back there, getting the flick on from the on-rushing SB striker. Jenks does well with the initial header. And tell you what, Domino, that would have been a ball if it had come off. Heritage forcing that counter-attack there. And we said they were sitting back. Maybe SB coming close there angered them, and they went for the counter of the counter-attack. To no avail. It lands back at the gloves of Ambrose, who made that stop earlier on. That is a power shot, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. A metre either side, maybe, Domino?
Yeah, and well, I'm not going to lie to you. When we give man of the match for someone that's had 2 touches, but the keeper there, 2 very, very vital touches, saving that first half and saving that second half, keeping his team in it and keeping them honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see what SB are trying to do here. They've got that man on the left-hand side. They're trying to stretch this Heritage backline, that Heritage midfield. They didn't use him in the end, trying to go a little bit more direct, which with 3 minutes left, you can't really blame them. But it's been a case, especially this second half, of what if for SB. And what if that man didn't lose the ball there because Jenks has got it, gets professionally fouled. That's more of a professional foul there, Dom, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a minute left, closing in on full time. Player running on goal. He was lucky to get the yellow there, April, because he might have been the last man.
Yeah, I did think that. They might take the shot here and just seal things up. Let's have a look. It will be Harry Newman from 25 yards. Skims the roof of the net. We've seen that man score on the channel before. We know he's a free kick demon. But also, so is Jenks as well. So I wasn't sure which one of those two would take that. It was Harry, and it did go over the crossbar. Glen Coco going long. Can SB get any change out of that long ball? Jenks did well to stay on side. And someone's given up. Newman, the free kick taker from earlier, cuts onto that right foot, gives it to Jenks. Could not convert past Glen Coco, and
bad sportsmanship, April. It's bad sportsmanship. He was injured. You needed to kick it out.
I don't know what was going on there, but it sent him through. Newman did the unselfish thing. Wiz does the very, very selfish thing there and holds it in the corner, as you would expect. It is 1-0 to Heritage, as the form table and the actual table would probably suggest. But my God, was it anything other than comfortable for Heritage, Domino?
No, in that first half it was. I think they saw them off quite nicely in that first half. In the second half, other than that one, a big chance for SB, SB grew into that in that second half. They did start pinning Heritage in. April, the football was good.
It was.
It was brave football. And like I said, it was only a 1-0 victory, but when has the UK Premier let us down? Unbelievable stuff.
I think not to put a sour taste on anything, but I do think that was the lowest scoring game we've had in the UK Prem. Not officially, just from memory. It probably wasn't, but
I was entertained.
We always are. And yeah, SB and Heritage, welcome back anytime, because it was a cracking game, as we always expect from the VPG. SB in the chat, GG's. We had more clear-cut chances. I'm minded to agree, save for maybe at the end, towards the end, I guess.
They should have kicked out USB. I'm not gonna lie, the Heritage. That was an injury there.
There's no way if they're running through a goal. Not a chance.
Absolutely never.
Not a chance. Okay, so moving on to game number 2. It is Soon versus ALEMMANIA or ALEMMANIA. ALEMMANIA AACHEN. It is the German derby, Domino. It's not a German derby at all, but it's whenever two teams from the same country play against each other, that's just what I call it, because it's just lazy commentary. Just lazy.
It's a derby.
It's a derby. Thoughts on this one then, Domino, because I'm going to put you in the hot seat for this, because you know as much as I do about these two teams.
So there's not much for me to commentate on 8-Ball, if I'm honest with you. I have never seen these two teams play. And the only edge I can give it to is ALEMMANIA AACHEN.
That's the only reason. This is the only reason I wanted your comments on it, because I just wanted to hear you say that.
You want to butcher some more of the English language or the German language? I can do both, 8-Ball. I do not discriminate in languages. I'll butcher anything I want.
Yeah, it's true. He will. I can give you a bit more. I can give you a bit more background, Dominic,
please,
if you want them. Yeah.
Yes, please.
I've got the lobby in the background. I'll let you see that as well. So we've got Soon, second in Elite B. So a very, very good side, and a side we may well see in the Esports Premier next season, all things going well. They face, or they're at home as well, to ALEMMANIA. They're 11th in Elite A. So again, two elite sides, quite level pegging, but one of them is definitely having a better start to the season than the other. I mean, no shade on ALEMMANIA. They're 11th, very respectable position.
Are they in a higher league though? Are they the league above?
No, Elite A and Elite B are the same.
Right, okay, cool. There you go.
So again, level pegging, but Soon have looked very, very good this season. 1 loss in 11 games, and that was their last game last night. So before that, they'd gone 10 on the bounce, no losses. So I guess this is their roughest patch of the season, Domino. 1 loss in the last 1 games, but 10 before that leads me to believe that early doors, I think Soon go into this one as the favourites. That being said, we've got ALEMMANIA, who 11th in Elite A, fine. That must mean they're a very good side. No draws in 13 games, which means they're either winning this or they're losing this. However, please do not ask me what happens if it's a draw, because I don't know.
That's my favourite thing.
It's the Esports Cup, boys and girls. Those of you in the chat, if you know, I would imagine it goes to extra time and penalties. If that is the case, someone please go and let FENERBACHE in for the window. Though we busy, we're not going to miss that. So those guys need to finish that off tonight by hook or by crook. ALEMMANIA's last game actually in that Elite A division was against the Dregs. They lost that 3-2, so I think that's probably a good indication of where to pitch these boys at. Kind of on the same kind of category, on the same level as Dregs. Good enough to put 2 past Dregs, but also conceding 3 in the same game.
Yeah, I think 8-Ball, you obviously the stats you're reading out, you've got to give the advantage to Soon at the minute. And we always say that the form sometimes drags you through difficult games. It drags you up the table. We all know class is permanent, but if Soon are in the better form, you've kind of got to go with them on paper on this game.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Route 2, this is round 3, so I think it's the round of 64, and if you go up and up, I think it gets into stupid numbers, but I think the first round is round of 256, and then you can work it out from there. 128, there we go, I've done it myself. Round of 64, or just round 3 if you don't want to be a smart aleck. Soon, 2 lots of 2-1 wins. And we've got ALEMMANIA. They had a 4-3 win and a 3-2 win. So, Domino, I think if we're looking for goals, if we're on the lookout for goals, I think we might be in the right place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's your famous last words, April. But
yep, my bad.
Stats tell us that this is the game for the goals. But sometimes spotlights are shining upon you. Can they reserve? Absolutely not, April. I'm here. Another 5-4 result. Let's go.
One to watch for AACHEN will be Paddy, their striker, 7 in 17. He is also the gaffer. And then in cam, Fish behind him with 5 assists this season already. So AACHEN looking good, to be honest. Offensively. Yeah, exactly. Right, again, we are running a little bit late, so let's hope we get into this game. First time of asking, EA gods, please look after us. And here we go. AACHEN from right to left there in the black kit. And we've got Soon in the white from left to right. AACHEN helpfully got AC in front of each of their names. So thank you very much for that. That is really, really thinking about us when you did that. I appreciate that. Faux German derby, Domino.
Yeah, we like you said, we call everything a derby here, April. But it's good to see 2 teams, to see how they're going to line up and see what style of play they're going to play with. For example, it's all creates here from this back line. What are they planning to do? And look, you look at it across there. They're direct balls, trying to not mess around with it in that area. What their pressing tactics are like, and soon
lively start. Lively start. Back post is
on.
on. Keeper's going to have to come for it. Avenger does well. Quick off his line. We don't see that too often, especially when it's side to side rather than front and back coming out for it. Good goalkeeping there from Avenger. But
if he hesitated for a second there, that player's winning that. So no hesitation. Went up and grabbed it. But like I said, the game's just, I mean, under 10 virtual minutes have gone, and we've seen a lot of the ball here.
Here we go. Paddy takes it down nicely as goalkeeper picking out the gaffer. Gets it back off his opposition number. Bambi goes through. Massive save from Pascal. Huge save early doors, but warning sign for Soon. They give the ball away deep in their own half to the gaffer. You would expect maybe a man in that form to put that one away, but Pascal says absolutely not. A couple of people in the chat. Janice has got 3-1 to AACHEN, and Finley Jenks says, yes, son. Yes, son. Good finish earlier on, son. Pedro tries to go down the line. Maverick intercepts. Quick nick into his gaffer. Paddy overlap on the right hand side. Cosmo does well and manages to get rid of it as well. Good feet from him. Hippo down the line. Picked up by Yancy. Cosmo again. Good football from Soon. Playing through the thirds until it got to Pedro. Dispossessed. 3v3 if they can get this through the thirds. It is Fish. Tries to slide it through. We said about that combination. Here it is again. Maybe second time lucky, but no. Soon step in and they're definitely looking slightly, I don't want to say shaky here, but again, if we're giving the ball away there, Domino, what else am I expected to say? They're almost looking a bit like SB were in that first game, Domino. They're just, unless they're going to play 6 or 7 passes out of defence, they're struggling with that first and second pass into that midfield, into that striker area.
Yeah, it's hard when you've got teams of really good quality where mechanically they can do everything quite well. I love that 8-1.
Yeah, why not?
Just take a shot out of no way, catch the keeper cold. But when they get into positions like here, 8-ball, the decision making has been quite good. It's been good defending from. That's a great ball over here. He is
Pedro.
Offside.
Hippo's got it. Breaks into the box. The power shot off the post. Comes back to Kemi. Keeps it in as well. It struck that near post. Came across the face of the goal. What a towering header from Cosmo at the back post. We thought it might be done and dusted. Cosmo had other ideas. Swings it in. A Cristiano Ronaldo-esque leap at the back post. Puts Soon 1-0 up. Soon.
You You were waiting for that, April.
I was waiting for that, yeah.
April, and to be fair, it is timed well because that header was...
Here it is again. The
offside.
knockdown's on. Knocks it down to Jay Hippo. It's 2-0. Quick succession. Soon catching Akin napping. And wow, what a 5 minutes that is for Soon, Domino.
April, the warning sign was there with that early ball in. The keeper dug them out and stepped out and caught it. And then the other two, they are exploiting the three at the back here, April. And as soon as they get into a position where they can whip it across, they have got people dangerous to either knock it down or score themselves. It's a bit of a shell shock here for the favourites.
Yeah, I think you can't blame us. Looking at league position, I think you can't blame us, and they've certainly proven how potent they are in front of goal because 2, maybe 2.5 chances, and they're 2-0 up.
Yeah, April, excellent football here. I do think when the game are kind of swinging like this, you can think in your head that you're going to try and getting back in the game. I think
knocked down to Janssen, and they're going to struggle to get back into it now. It is a role reversal, this time from the right-hand side, headed down, and Janssen puts it away 3-0. Domino, I was going to ask you this now. Is this a 3-0 game?
Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. April, first time, fall on you. Second time, fall on me. And the third time, they're going to make fools of anyone, this Soon team, because I tell you what, it's been the same thing, rinse and repeat. But when something's that good, April, it doesn't need fixing. It needs countering, and they haven't had that. They're keeping that man wide there, and they're trying it again really well there, because he did stay in position and track it. They do need to start dropping someone going wide to stop this, but has the damage been done, April?
Width kills on this game, Domino, and if you can do it right, if you got the players who know what they're doing, and quite frankly, every time one of these wide players has touched the ball for Soon, it's just been magic. Like you said, the decision making has been second to none, and the finishing again, it's just top level stuff, and you can see why they're second in Elite B. They're looking to try and hit back before halftime. I mean, a goal before halftime here, Domino, just maybe gives them gives them a slither of hope. I mean, Akin haven't looked bad at all, and to be quite frank, until that first goal, they were on the front foot. Knockdown, Kemi gets rid of it. Kingdom to Fish. We know about his assist record this season so far. Hippo, though, gets out to Kemi. Men up in white for Soon. 2 minutes until half-time. Pedro keeps the ball well. Not sure that was the right pass, but Pedro wins it back. Atoned for his error. And to be honest, I think Soon will be more than happy going into half-time without potentially adding to their 3-goal lead, because to be honest, they don't really have to. And the referee says, you know what, guys? That's fine. They will just leave it there. Right. There were shades of the first game we saw in that Soon they had so much potential in those wide areas, and they were just missing out, but you can see it happening, and that's what SB did in that first game. Like you said, Domino, Akin maybe should have clocked onto that earlier. Okay, they got punished with the first goal, fine, great goal, good finish, and then it happened the second time. At that point, Domino, do you have to say, look, that's our bad. That is our bad.
No, April, absolutely. If there's a weakness, the great teams, and I'm not saying Akin are not a great team, the great teams have to correct errors mid-game, in-game. They've got to put things right. And it needs a tactical decision from the manager to drop a CDM into centre-back while your two centre-backs cover those wing positions and track their man. They did do well after they went 3-0 down, and their tracking's been a lot better. But yeah, April, I do think the damage is done, and Akin do need an early goal here.
Yeah, the thing about cup football as well, you know, if you go a goal down, fine. Go 2 goals down, your instant reaction is, well, we need to get back into this, so we need to go and score. So to be fair to Akin, the last thing they're going to want to think about after conceding in a cup game is defence, but also they kind of need to give it some kind of attention here, because Soon have the potential to run away with it here, and run away with it they very may well do, as Avenger makes a top save. And Domino, I was just thinking actually, as you were talking last there, that save from Pascal in goal for Soon in that first half is an absolute changing point in the game, because since then it's been all Soon.
Oh, absolutely, 8-ball. It was an unbelievable save, and then the teams do what the best teams do, 8-ball, and they get on the score sheet. The composure for the people that are on the ball, 8-ball, is very, very... I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it, but it's engrossing, 8-ball. On the ball, the mechanics that they're doing here just to keep the ball, obviously context curse there, but it's been fantastic.
No, it's almost endearing, isn't it? We like, you know, when you can see the technical abilities of the players on the pitch, and if you're anything like me, sat at home thinking, yeah, I couldn't do that. I'm sure most of you in the chat thinking you probably could do that, which is why you guys are probably still playing, and I'm sat up here. Fish not through lack of trying. Is Fish trying to get it through? Janssen tries to get it through to his striker, can't do it. He's got a goal to his name already. Looking for the assist, can't find it, but there is still time. AACHEN, I think if they're going to want anything out of this game, it's probably in the next 5-10 minutes, now or never type thing. I mean, this is when Liverpool scored roughly in that Champions League final, 3-0 down at half time. AACHEN are going to need something along those lines to get back into this.
And it's got the exact same pressure on it, 8-ball, the exact same thing.
Same number of spectators. Chris, good feet from him. That's what I mean, 8-ball. Yeah, spot on, mate, spot on. Very, very good. It's eye candy, mate. That's what it is.
Just like me and you.
Great. That's why you may notice I made us smaller, by the way, so we can see more of the actual game. Fish. Loses out again. They've done a real number on him so far in this second half. Nico taking a chance, and again pays dividends because he gets it down the line. Kemi's got it with willing runners inside and out. Goes out. But Sarah does well. Comes across and dispossesses for AACHEN, and they'll restart from the back, moving it around nicely. And to be honest, they're gonna need to, because time is not on their side. Chris steps ahead of his man. Keeps the ball for Soon. Hombre tries to go out wide, maybe just forcing it a little bit there, but Soon do well to recycle it. No need for game management at the moment, Domino. It's 3-0. They're sitting pretty. Cosmo scored that first goal. Dispossessed. They're more than happy to give away possession here. That 3-goal lead is a comfortable lead.
Yeah, 8-ball, and that's just out of frustration. I'll do the same, mate. Yeah. I'll do the exact same.
I would have done it. I would have done it ages ago.
But this Soon team, it's not only when they're on the ball, it's when they've lost the ball. The positions, oh my, the confidence, 8-ball.
Oh yeah,
because he's power shotted that. You don't do power shot header. You know that's dropping to the body.
3-0 up shot that was, headed home nicely to Avenger in this AACHEN net. And yeah, I mean, being 3-0 up, it does give you that privilege, that benefit. There's a man at the back post here though. Actually, Paddy can spot him. Good sweeping though from Pascal. I'll give him that. I think Paddy had a little look up, saw Pascal maybe just coming a little bit further off his line than he wanted to, but maybe that's the difference between Soon and AACHEN. You know Soon were going to play it, and the degree of quality that they've had in their final ball, they probably would have pulled it off as well. Here is Bambi, going to potentially tee up a power shot, and it was him who had that shot that was saved in the first half. And since then, it seems like a long time ago, Domino, because up until this point, headed down, Bambi again.
Great
Pascal,
position.
Good positioning from him. Yeah, until that point, Domino, they've not really had too much to write home about, have they?
No, not really, 8-ball. It's definitely a better spell. Was that pressure or foul, 8-ball?
It looked like it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I just think Soon have been a bit too much, and after the 3 goals went in this second half, yeah, it has been the eye-catching stuff, 8-ball, and they're making a show of it. They know they're on the channel, 8-ball. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. It's some good football to see. And to be fair, we were warned about Soon being a very good side. We've witnessed this firsthand. But again, I mean, AACHEN looked like a very good side as well. It's the nature of the beast, though. We saw it yesterday as they break through into that Soon box. We saw it yesterday with Empire, Domino, and FG. FG didn't do particularly too much wrong, but when you come up against a team that's just in form, who are just... that you know, whoever they play, they're going to pick up a win. And to be fair, I would probably say, especially that first half, Soon maybe fall into that category for me right now.
Yep, yeah, you're not wrong, 8Ball. You are not wrong. But Can might be offside there, 8Ball.
I was going to say, yeah, late whistle there.
But it would just be a consolation at this point, 8Ball. It is a little bit too late in the day, I think, to get back into this game. I mean, I have seen weirder things, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like that would be up there, though. That would be that would be up there with the strangest we've seen. I don't think it's actually physically possible, unless they went on some kind of self-sabotage mission, which they won't. They are going to be marching into the next round of the Esports Cup, all thanks to 3 goals in the first half and a dominant performance to go with it. Soon FIFA 3, ALEMMANIA AACHEN 0 is your final result in the 3rd round of the Esports Cup. GG's to both teams. That was an absolute spectacle. It was just, Soon are just a different beast in that first half.
Yeah, the first half did kill off the game, and it showed the flamboyance of them in the second half. So 2 polar opposites really for Soon. ALEMMANIA, 8Ball, it weren't a bad performance. You look at the scoreline, and you could think it's a bad performance. They weren't out of the game, and I don't think it's hard to say it's not a 3-0 game because they were dominant all over the pitch, 8Ball. So it probably is an accurate scoreline, but it doesn't do ALEMMANIA any justice or any fairness, really.
No.
They were, but Soon were the better team, 8Ball. It's clear to see that.
And to be fair, Domino, those 2 things you rarely get in clubs football anyway. You rarely get them anyway, so it's a tough lesson for AACHEN to learn. But you know, they'll play 100 other games like that in their careers, I'm sure of it. So right, I'm just trying to find a stream for this next game. It is, of course, FENERBACHE versus For the Win. The FENERBACHE stream is currently not on, and I don't think I have a stream for the Win. So
across here, 8Ball. Yeah, there is one there. I'll put it in our chat, my friend.
Thank you very much. If you send me the FENERBACHE one, I'm going to be upset.
It might be the FENERBACHE one. No, I'm joking.
Thank you. Right, let's see what this one's saying. I guess we can have a look at the team sheet whilst we do that as well. For the Win are in the lobby.
Can we just say, 8Ball, that I done some technical help there? I'm just
you did, and that's the first time. That's the first time.
In my entire life.
Well done. He's learning. He's learning. So he's growing up so fast.
Thank you.
Right, into VPG Esports Premier territory and into some real big hitters. It is Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce, Season 10 champions, and this team, it's looking fire tonight. That either side, I mean, find me 2 better wide midfielders than Luke and Farouk Bike. Those 2 are going to be so important for Fenerbahce tonight. Emre Yetkin up front, literally name just speaks for itself. Love Jinx has been in absolutely phenomenal form, and Gundogan is Cruyff, I found out. So
that's important to know. Why would you change gamer tags? Stop doing that.
Exactly. I thought it might be him, so I had to go and do extra research to go and find it, but I did. And they've got CC22 at the base of that midfield as well, and we haven't even got onto the back line, including Berisha. So it's gonna be a very, very interesting litmus test for this For the Win side, because For the Win are currently 12th, and they were up until yesterday they were the only team in the Esports Premier who are unbeaten at that stage. So
impressive.
They're a very good side, of course. They did have the most draws in the league. Okay, they still do. It's joint with ALEMMANIA. So they're difficult to beat, and I think in this league, I think if you can do that, it's half the battle, right? If you can go in game after game, week after week, and maybe just pick up 1 or 2, or if you're for the win, 0 losses, then you're obviously doing half of it right. What we have seen though, for example, are teams like One Mind last night. I mean, after the game that we saw, they went on and had an absolute barnstorm of a night. But there's always got to be that kind of fine margin between picking up the wins as well as kind of not losing. And I know that sounds so obvious, but I think for the win are maybe a couple of wins away from really mastering that. And when you look at the likes of FENERBACHE, for example, they're currently in 19th place, Domino. So it's like we said yesterday, there are spaces at the top of this table for teams to occupy, and I think a win here tonight for the win will really, really do them justice in kind of pushing up that table and making a case for filling on those spots.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anyone's pushing the old guard away here, 8-Ball, but you've got people like Barisha who's been around the scene and is one of the world's best keepers. But 8-Ball, it's knowing that they're that far down the table is quite ominous, really.
That would be my team talk. That would be my team talk for the win. Go into this game. I mean, up until last night, where they did get beat by top of the league FENERBACHE, they had gone 11 unbeaten. So they're the informed side, not FENERBACHE. FENERBACHE have 5 points in the last 4 games. So again, disappointing for FENERBACHE, but considering where they are on the table, maybe trying to kind of turn that corner. Before that, it was 3 losses in 3 games. So it's poised very nicely, Domino. Put it that way.
Oh, 8-Ball, yeah. Like you can't say which. You can see which team's coming here on the better form. Don't get me wrong, but anything can happen in this league. It's the highest absolute quality that's around here at the minute, and there's no easy games. No matter what the league table says, no matter what the form's best, every night can be a different night, and it just needs them sparking chance.
If FENERBACHE is sat in 19th position in any league, then that league is very good. Very, very good. Just some housekeeping before we get into our commentary. It is FENERBACHE in the FENERBACHE kit, helpfully. That is the white kit from left to right, committing the foul there. And it is for the win from right to left in that dark kit, that black and red kit.
Red. How's that? Oh, don't know that. Good stuff.
We've got a score prediction, 1 apiece in the chat. That's to say for the win are going to get a draw, you would not get good odds on that. They are draw specialists so far. And no, FENERBACHE, I think FENERBACHE really need to try and turn a corner. So I think they might be pressing the issue here, especially being at home as well. I think they'll see for the win as a 3-pointer here.
Yeah, 8-Ball. You know what I think? It's got 5-4 written all over it.
Let's go with that again. I'll take a 3-2. Although the first 13 minutes has been a slow build-up, but Farouk Bike and Co want to change that. Gives it to Luke. Massive save, and he can't convert with the acrobatic. Does win a corner, but again, winning that ball high up. Farouk Bike gives it to the player on the opposite flank. Luke 44, power shot. Big save. Wasn't helped out with the animation at all, Domino.
The animation, he saved 8-Ball. How he got up after the animation was the biggest surprise. Yeah. It's like he tried to do a double save. It was very, very quick that he got up. But the main thing is keeping it out, and he's kept his team level, 8-Ball. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, we would have liked an early goal to just spark things off. I mean, here is Creativo into the back post. Rifled. Ultra finds the side netting, and both sides coming close early on. I mean, I'm not sure which one was technically closer, because Ultra rattled that from about 3 or 4 yards out. Found the net just the wrong side of the post.
8-Ball, this is why I don't play this game. I was about to call him out for not sliding the man doing the overlap, and I was like, what is happening here? He played it across. The ball came in. Excellently done.
Yeah.
Just to finish work there. It's not for lack of trying. High level stuff, April.
Yeah, this game is heating up. Here is Emre. Gives it to Cruyff. We know what this man can produce. Long range shot by Loves Jinx. I know he's in form, but if you'd nestled that, geez, that's worth goal. It's worth team of the week just for that goal.
Yeah, 8-ball. I do love the confidence that some of these
why
players
not?
play with. Well, they think nothing's undoable, and that's the kind of attitude you need in teams like this. I'll tell you that.
And here is a reload. Tries to take the long range shot. CC22 picks up Love Jinx into striker's feet. Here is Array. Trying to run in behind, instead cuts inside to Emre, then tries to go outside. He was snuffed out by that point. For the win, do go long. They are away from home. Again, it's one of the reasons why I thought Fenerbahce would fancy themselves tonight. However, Creativo, Phenomenon sweeps up from that cross from the right midfielder. Oh, he's missed out here. Here is reloads, goes near post. Berisha is equal to it. Concedes the corner, but Domino again. It's a bit of a wake up call.
Yeah, 8-ball. I think he was just very, very relaxed, too relaxed on the ball with the player coming across there, and very, very fortunate he didn't pay for that. The keeper did do very well. Cleared their lines. Can't really see what's happening here. 8-ball. Cameraman, come on, help me out.
We did say, yesterday, picking up on some of the world-class keepers that are in this league. Sometimes you do have to just take chances and almost just guarantee that your goalkeeper's going to dig you out. That's not really the kind of chances I was on about. But also the goalkeeper did dig them out in the end. So again, it's a privilege to have these world-class goalkeepers in net for these esports premiered sides. And like I said yesterday, I'm struggling to look around all 26 teams and find a team that doesn't have a world-class goalkeeper.
Yeah,
which is really annoying. Because it just means less goals.
Yeah, and you've got to be that to play in these kind of leagues and to play in these kind of teams, Abel. You've got to be world class, really all over the pitch.
I was going to say, you could say that about any position, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Swings it in. Out it goes. Good football from For the Win. Ultra's forced to come back, though. Angelo, who is statistically their top goal scorer, Domino, with 2 goals. However, I don't think it's a team that does their stats very often, so don't quote me on that. But in an attempt to try and make them do it, I'll keep saying it until they're shamed into doing it. Ultra gets to the byline. Fabian, the captain. Wow, big, strong wrist from Berisha. His third save, or his second save. He watched one whiz past his post early on. But again, For the Win. Knocking on the door here, away from home to Giants, ex-champions, Fenerbahce. Pinedo, Hugo with the long-range shot, and Berisha just parries it out rather than trying to catch it. Probably the safest option, knowing rebounds on this game, and it will be another corner.
And it was coming in hot, Abel. It was a comfortable save, but it was coming in hot.
Yeah, I think, again, we didn't have a chance to pick up on it, but Pinedo and Hugo in the centre midfield position. Here we go. It's headed down to the skipper, Fabian. Everyone's going down. It just falls into the loving arms of Berisha, and he will not mind that one bit. But yeah, Pinedo and Hugo, Pinedo and Hugo in this midfield for the win. The pinnacle of a lot of what these Portuguese side do. And it was Hugo there with the long-range shot that set all of that off. 1 minute till half-time. It's 0-0.
Yeah, there's still enough time here on the clock for a team to find a goal. And it is with the Fenerbahce team.
Cruyff threatening, Oh, here we go. Reloads has got it. Tries to ghost past his man, Joe Mack, with a big tackle. Gives it to Loves Jinx. Swings it into the back post. There were players at that back post. One of them, the right-sided centre-back, who swings it in. The left-sided centre-back heads it away. It is Cruyff. It will go away now. And after 3 minutes of uncalled time, it's going to be half-time. Domino, what I will say is, yes, it's 0-0, but it's not through one of trying.
8-ball. I think that's probably, since we've started the season, I think that's got to be probably the most amount of shots combined that teams have had without breaking the deadlock. Yeah. What I do like about this game is no one's trying to walk the ball back in the net. They are all trying to have a shot on sight. There's been power shots for days. I tell you what, if Brescia went in that net, it might be too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is now is, you know, I've been saying Fenerbahce fancy their chances. I think that's absolutely true, but in no way, means, shape or form does that mean I think For the Win have gone into here anything less than kind of equal pegging here, because they are a very good side, and I think they've just proven that. They've proven their worth to Fenerbahce here, and proven that they're not here just to make up the numbers. They're here for the win.
Absolutely, April. Absolutely, and we're in there for another first time. Who do you think is probably the most confident team going into this second half?
I think for the first time, I actually don't know.
Yeah?
I actually don't know. I mean, whilst Fenerbahce have Luke 44 and Farouk Bike for me, you know, if I had to pick a dream 11, they'd be my right and left midfielders. To have them playing in the same team is ridiculous. I don't think they've utilised them enough yet. I think they need to take a page out of Soon's book and really just almost shamefully spam that diagonal, because it works, and it worked for them. Oh wow, it worked for them last season, last year, all the way through that EA24 cycle. They seem reluctant to do it now, which surprises me, because they've basically got the same team from last year. However, if you have a look around the rest of the team as well, they've got match winners everywhere. For the Win, they do have match winners for sure. They don't have obvious match winners to myself, and that's not saying they're not as good. It's just saying that I've not seen them do it on this channel before. So Fenerbahce have got that history of doing it on the big stage. For the Win don't, and for that reason, that is literally the only thing that is in between these two sides at the moment. History.
I like it. I like it, Abel.
Loves
process of elimination.
It really truly is. Yeah, that's my fancy way of saying I haven't done enough. I haven't done enough research on For the Win. Luke 44. Pass goes wayward. I think they'll keep it in just about. Joe into Loves Jinx. CC22 keeps the ball moving. Here is Cruyff, can pick a pass. 1-2 with Loves Jinx. Looks up again, and you can see the players getting wide, but they do lose. Yeah. They do lose possession, but Fenomeno comes across. Loves Jinx shimmies out of the way to Emre Yetkin. Got a shot on him as well. Forces it. Ultra back there doing his offensive duties, but the press is on, and can they play through? The answer is yes, with skipper Fabian. Pinedo, good feet from him. Very good feet from him.
Showed him enough fit, yeah. Showed him enough fit to take it away from him. Yeah, play.
Vip. Given away. And I think it's all right saying, I think they should play the ball wide and this, that, and the other. The noticeable difference, and again, we maybe picked up on it for the first time last night, Domino, is the very limited amount of time you get on the ball in the Esports Premier.
Yeah. And the time to get a shot away, Abel, there are people on you straight away. That did not go out of play. I don't care what anyone else says.
Domino was not flagging for that one. CC22 into Loves Jinx. Seeing a lot of the ball. Fenner. Nothing to write home about just yet. They will keep this press on though, and For the Win just struggling to play out of it at the moment. Tide maybe starting to turn as they found Garay's feet, but couldn't get it under a spell, and now For the Win. I think they're a bit resigned at the moment to maybe potentially counterattacks. However, they do seem reluctant to be really direct when they do get that ball, Domino.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a perfect balance. Like you were saying earlier about not losing the game to trying to win the game.
Oh,
was that save?
Ooh,
I thought it took a big hand from the keeper then, but fair play. Yeah, I just think when games get on top of For the Win at the minute, you saw them play like very, very good football. They've been a lot more reserved, but I'll tell you what, the defence have been outstanding.
It's going to need to be, because here comes Jake Cruyff to Emre, looking for that reverse pass. And we did see Luke 44 there with that shot. He can go inside, he can go outside. That time going inside, left-footed strike. Bruno sees it wide, and the closest we've come in the second half. Loves Jinx. Fenner really, really looking to turn the screw now, and they've got 17 minutes left if they want to get anything out of it. However,
yeah, fair. That's where you need to do it.
Cruyff more than happy to pick up a booking there, because Fabian is a very, very dangerous operator. So yeah, he gets Domino's seal of approval there, and I can see why.
Yeah, so sometimes they do it out of anger, out of frustration. A professional foul was meant for that moment there.
Yep.
Saw the danger, had to pull him down. I mean, you're not going to thank him for it if you're the opposition team, but if you're playing on him, well done for you taking that yellow card for us.
Pinedo finds Hugo, who finds Creativo in the back post, heads it down to the skipper. Fabian has his pocket picked, and Berisha showing the footwork.
I don't think you had it, April.
Nope, manages to get it out. Pinedo and Hugo there to sweep up as per usual. Looking for this penetrating pass. They can't find it. Loves Jinx does find it though. And here is Array. Overlap from Farouk Bike, who's had a very, very quiet game, which is probably when he's at his most dangerous, if I'm honest. Seen that man pop up with winners several times during my commentary career. 10 minutes left, Domino. Which way is this going to swing?
I do think it's going the Fenerbahce way, as in the final chances are going to fall to them. Famous last words, because here for the win, come on the attack, but it is cut out quite nicely. Yeah, I do think it does look like Fenerbahce are trying their best to get a winner. But there's no team in this league that are not dangerous, and especially approaching the last 10 minutes of the game. It's just it's gone a little bit chaotic, a little bit sloppy inside April.
Yeah, I do think it's frustration from Fenerbahce because they have had a lot of possession and a lot of field possession as well, but they don't have any clear-cut chances to show for it. And unlike the first half, where I think both sides came close, neither side has really come all that close in this second half. And I think it's more frustrating for Fener because they are at home, because they have had the lion's share of possession. And you can almost see it in their play now. And it's going to take a moment of brilliance, which that cross from Luke 44 was. He's going to get it back. No, he's not, because Fabian's got it. And can for the win mount one final attack as well. We've been all Fener this second half. Let's see what these boys have got, because they've got the players up and they are committing now. Fabian into reloads to Ultra, who had that chance. The only player to hit the net so far this game. Remains 0-0. That was side netting earlier on.
This will be the last chance here, April, for the teams, and it is cut out, and it will be reserved to a draw. Shares spoilt.
Yeah, and not through lack of trying, especially for Fenerbahce in that first, and to be fair, that second half they had lots of the ball. They just couldn't find a breakthrough, and this is why I think we saw so many players, I don't want to use the word thrashing, but thrashing at it in the first half, because power shots at the moment seem to be 50% of some of the goals we're seeing at the moment, because it's so hard to break teams down on this new game.
Yeah, it's hard to break teams down. It's hard, and we said it, and we've obviously spoken to our community, and it's one thing that people are struggling with, and that's to find goals. Defensive mechanics have definitely got a lot, I would say, smoother to use. And again, the scrambles in the box and the tackles doesn't mean you can ride them as much in this game. So it is a bit difficult to score. And we're seeing that with the results here in the VPG all around. It was still a good high-level game, 8-ball. It's just unfortunate none of them can break the deadlock.
Spot on, mate. Couldn't have put it better myself. And yeah, it's unfortunate for us that obviously we've got a new game which we spend 7 or 8 hours a week commentating on, and people are saying they're struggling to score goals with it. I'd rather than be like, do you know what, I'm just really struggling to defend. Like it's a lost art in any event, but you know what, I'm just really struggling. We want goals, but as per usual, Domino, the VPG, and in particular the VPG Esports Premier, I find myself just kind of sat there almost forgetting that I'm commentating, because I'm just sat there in awe for most of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you're not wrong, April. And sometimes with those games, and I do, it's a very weird one. We obviously kick off the nights with the UK Prem, and they are just like car crashes, which I love. They're like unbelievable games of football. This is more redefined. This is like watching the ballet, April. for an experienced ear, where you've got to know what you're looking at to fully appreciate it. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, okay. You got a very, very good way with words, Domino. That's a very nice way of dressing up a 0-0. It was like watching a ballet. Mwah, mwah. Can you imagine Domino at the ballet? Come on. Come on.
I've been to the ballet, mate.
Right.
I love it.
Last but certainly not least, and we're praying it's not 0-0 because I've got the Hyper Spirit game on my screen now that they're currently, and it's currently 0-0. So it's not the best omen ever, but also at the same time, I've got faith. I've got faith. Anything but a 0-0 in this last game. It is ROTE versus Hyper Spirit. ROTE, of course, we've seen in the past on the channel. 1-1 against Ultra Instinct last time they were on here. Looked like a very, very good outfit. A couple of good players. Chica we know all about. Fisher Jupp had a fantastic game that outing. Machiavelli up front. Very, very good striker. Their opponents tonight, 21st placed Hyper Spirit, Domino, who this is their first season back since season 8, which they finished 18th on a slight hiatus, which we don't mention why that is. No slight to Hyper Spirit, of course. They're back. Trazor is the gaffer. Trazor is their main man, so we'll be looking out for that man playing centre midfield tonight. A front three, Domino, with 2 wide players behind him. It does look like a very attacking lineup. First things first, before looking at any table positions or current form. I'm really, really liking that formation.
Yeah, that formation does scream attack to me. You've got 3 centre halves. One of them obviously is going to be sit. Transor probably will sit or join in with the attack. But then you've got 2 wide players and 2 bonus players that can go out wide or cut inside. It depends on the philosophy of how the team want to play. Looking on paper, it looks very attacking, which excites us.
Yeah. And then you've got the likes of Varley and Chris up front as well, who they've played clubs for a very long time. They've been at Hyper Spirit, played together before, so it's a good omen that 2 of that front 3 have played together before. They know kind of what the other one is doing. It'll be exciting to see them for the first time. Really, really looking forward to it. But as I mentioned, Domino, they are currently 21st in the league. They are currently drawing to, it looks like, FG 0-0, so that's actually not a bad result as they go along over the top. So that puts them on played 14, won only 4 of those, drawn 2. They very, very rarely draw, and of course I'm going to say that as the final whistle goes, and they do in fact draw. But 8 losses in the first 14 games would lead me to believe, again, with ROTE being at home, with ROTE being 13th in the league, that they will be coming into this as favourites. And I don't think Hyper Spirit can complain too much about that.
No, April. And after coming up hiatus, it'd be nice to know, and I don't know if you know this at all, April, if they were still knocking around, although the team went on a bit of hiatus, if they were still, these boys are spread out to different clubs and were playing in other competitive football, should I say. Because if they're coming back in, it's a long time to be out. Reversibility affects everyone, and it's not even just in EA, where, again, ROTE's been grinding these results, 13th place, and that can't be sniffed at in this league, April. To get in the top half of the table, it's an impressive feat for any team to do that, and that they will be going in favourites.
Well, ROTE coming into this in pretty good form themselves. They had 1 loss in 6. That was before last night. Last night's results, a 2-0 win against SAF Prolific. So again, very impressive. However, they came up against Empire. And Domino, I'll tell you this, it was another 4-0 for Empire. So the Empire went marching on last night. 2 4-0 wins for those guys.
They were hot last night, Abel. They were hot last night.
Again, I'm thinking, well, if you write off that Empire result for ROTE, because they're a different beast at the moment. If you
Unbeatable that night, Abel.
Yeah, exactly. If you write off that result, that is 1 loss in the last the last 7 for ROTE. So considering they are 13th, that's pretty good going. and they're taking some pretty good form into this game. However, Hyper Spirit, again, having just drawn now against FG, they have beaten Digital and Famalaciao in their last 2 games before last night, which they got beat by Fenerbahce 1-0. So it's all happening at the moment.
This league's chaotic.
It's one of the most chaotic leagues, other than Empire. I was going to say and Fama, but we're just saying that 21st place just beat them. Other than Empire, everyone's losing. So anything can happen, which is good. This is kind of what we want, especially at this stage of the season, and especially when they are on VPG live stream. Other than that, disappointingly, Aregua steps out tonight for ROTE, who ironically is Romanian, which Hyper Spirit are. So that would have been quite a nice little story. I can have a look at some stats now. We got Lexi, 5 assists in 16 for that man, and top goal scorer Arquez, the striker, 4 goals in 15. ROTE came 13th last season, and they currently sit 13th now. So once again, Domino, I think they'll be wanting to press on and obviously finish higher than they did last season.
Yeah, 13th, unlucky for some. And it is currently for ROTE. They can't get out of this 13th position, April.
Yeah.
But we can currently get into this game. I can see 22, that beautiful number on my screen.
It's a magic number.
People collect it. It is the magic number 8 ball, and as long as I can see cursors for days, I'm happy.
One interesting point as well before we do get into this game. In fact, I'll just let us kick off first. It is Hyper Spirit in the black from right to left, and it is ROTE from left to right in the white kit. Hyper Spirit, all of their last 9 games have finished as a win or a loss by 1 goal. That was before the FG games spoiled it. 6 losses and 3 wins. So you would expect this one to be a tight affair, but it's either going to be a loss or a win for Hyper Spirit. So draws out the window. Let's go.
Poison.
Let's go.
Yeah, we can't end on a draw. It's actually a rule of this channel, by the way.
Yeah,
so they're playing and they can listen to this. Yeah, we have to go into penalties in extra time. Just FYI. That's a lie. Don't listen to me.
Bloxy's 2-0 to ROTE. I think that's not a bad shout. I'll go 2-1 then instead.
2-1 to ROTE.
Yes.
5-4.
No, you've said that all night, and I think it's poisoned. It's poisoned the night. Can you just say 0-0?
That better. It's going to be 0-0 and with no shots on goal.
Here is Chris trying to find his strike partner. Jupp intercepts though. Here comes RT marauding forward. Comes back though. Back to Jupp, who originally won it, and ROTE happy to keep the ball early doors. Switches it to Chica, who switches it immediately back. Officially mid-table are ROTE 13th in a 26 team league, although we've just gone down to 25. Dono, sad news coming through today. SV Volt packed it in.
No.
Yeah, that was my reaction as well. The worst news to wake up to.
Oh, Volt. Very upsetting.
Ball comes in, and it is Tanzarek.
Should we create a team and jump in this league, April?
Machiavelli. I don't think they're replacing them either. A bit too far has gone in this league now. We are 13, 14, 15, 16 games into the season. So that's going to be a write-off. But sad to see them go as Varley takes up the ball, stabs it forward, and Dex heads home. Back to Tans.
Yeah, calm. It's got that early stage feel to it, April, where both teams are kind of feeling each other out. But that is very nicely done by Hyper there. Oof. Oh, he's picked his pocket. Weird animation, but he does recover it, 8-ball, and EA need to sort out things like that.
Nah, it's fine. Leave him in. We want more goals.
What are we doing there?
That was Trazor there in the midfield, centre midfield for Hyper Spirit. We've had a good start to this game, but here comes Machiavelli. Darius steps across nicely, shuts that down in an instant, and here is Trazor again. Lorenzo looking for the through ball. It is repelled to RT. Arquez, the top goal scorer. Azvedo, calm on the ball, loses 2 men. RT then, space to slide it through. 2 attempts at that, Cherry. The cherry remains intact.
Yeah,
Dex swings it in back sticks. Shadow. They go long, do Hyper Spirit. 2v2 at the back. Big, important winner, but it is going to fall to Lorenzo.
Just a very much a midfield battle here, 8-4,
yep.
with turning over on possession.
Here
like I said,
runners going forward. He's for sure. Darius
I don't
there.
know if he cut that back 8-ball or he went for the shot. It was just a weird animation.
Yeah, I don't think it locked Darius onto the ball, but his positioning was key because it still got in the way of the man. And Azvedo turns his man again, not for the first time. And they're going to get onto this loose ball here as Arquez. So he's side-footed it in straight down the middle. And it is 1-0 to Rote. Arquez doing all the hard work there, latching on to that deflected ball that turned into a world-class through ball. Squared it to his strike partner, and yeah, Rote first blood.
People are gonna not give too much to that goal. I'm just gonna watch this here while they come
that's
another great ball. Fantastic by the keeper.
Yeah.
But as I was saying about that goal, 8-ball, people are not going to give that too much credit. They are my favourite goals. I'll tell you all day long where you're reading that danger. That's a proper striker. You're gonna have to follow those chances in. And when he got it, the composure to turn back, playing his partner for the goal, very, very impressive by Rote. It was fortunate, but you make your own luck in this game, 8-ball.
Yeah, and I think Arquez still had loads to do, and here he is again, proving his weight in gold here. Edge of the box, gets it to Arquez this time, loses out, but out there it is, given back away again. Yeah, he still had loads to do. The turn in the box, and obviously the composure to find his man, and then the composure for the man to finish it as well. Again, it's just high-level stuff, Domino. It's what we're used to seeing in this league. Here is Varley. Gives it to Chris. Jup steps across nicely. Hint of a foul, but nothing given. Ball over the top. Arquez looking for it, proving a real handful at the moment. Machiavelli, here he is. It's not going to be a goal. It's not going to count. A big finish, but for some reason, the ball's gone 30 yards backwards. And it's going to restart with a Hyper Spirit free kick. Oh no, they may well get something here. Arquez tries to square it again, and fantastic defending. Domino enjoyed that one.
Well, I can't comment on what happened. I don't know what happened after that tackle. That tackle's just erased my mind. You've got the easy. You've got that X.
Headed down. Arquez, there it is. Headed down by the centre back. Arquez is proving to be a real handful for this Hyper Spirit side. This man looks like he is in insane form. Top goal scorer for Rote. Gets his first of the night to go along with that assist early doors. And it's 2-0 at the flick of a button, Domino.
Hey, the football here is as intelligent and as high level as you like from Rote.
It's not that intelligent right now, though. Hyper Spirit give it away, but live to fight another day at 2-0. That game is still here for them, but a third from RT, and this man Arquez deflected over. It's going to be a corner. Yeah, one more here for Hyper Spirit, and we're probably looking at a good night. Waiting patiently for this corner. We did just get a knockdown into the striker's feet finish. Looking to do the same again. RT swings into the back post. Here we go. What a finish that is from the centre-back. Finishing it like a centre-forward. Jump makes it 3 on the stroke of half-time. And Rote have been clinical.
Well, I saw that ball there, but it was too close to the keeper. I was like, you can't get enough bend on it. You can't play that. It is too intricate. Am I wrong? That's why they play at this level.
Dex swings it into the back post. Machiavelli doing all that hard work there. They still can't get it out. And they've called it. It is going to be half-time, and there's going to be an applause for half-time because that half of football from Rote, I mean, I can't think of a game in the VPG Esports Premier other than Empire last night in the second half where a team has put another team to the sword as much as that.
Right, get me some Rote versus Empire after this as a friendly, and we'll call it here because that was incredible. Hyper didn't do too much wrong. The deflection was unfortunate for the first goal. Great play. Then after that, 8-ball, it was just sinking pressure. Hyper couldn't get out of their half. ROTE are playing through the thirds expertly. It's 4 or 5 touches before they get into their strikers, but those 4 or 5 touches comes within a spell of 2 seconds. It's unbelievably quick. It's very, very hard to play against when it's that compact and that good. For Hyper at the minute, going into a second half 3-0 down, it's going to be a very, very hard uphill task here.
Yeah, that third goal from Jutt really, really did kill off any hope of Hyper Spirit getting back into this game. However, stranger things have happened. It is the VPG Esports Premier. There are no easy games in this league. If there's ever going to be a 3-goal deficit turnaround, it's going to be in this league. And Hyper Spirit, to be fair, away from home to the Germans, have got it all to do here. But if they snatch an early goal early on, you just never know. Lorenzo bullets that one, immediately repelled, and that's probably not the best way to go about it. Arquez onto Machiavelli, who's looked insane tonight, by the way. Gives it to Dex, gets it back to Machiavelli. Side netting from that man. We have lost connection. Let me just pop it back in. Super, super quick. I'm glad it didn't go off, so we didn't see that attempt on goal. Should be back up with us. Nope.
If you just want, so Hypermotion have got the ball in the half there. It's gone to ROTE in the middle.
Oh, he's finished it off. We were back in the nick of time for that one. Arquez has made it 4. We didn't see the build-up. We didn't need to. We saw the finish. ROTE have put this one to bed. Hyper Spirit are not getting back into this one, he says.
I mean, that would be a nice bread and butter for the keeper. Yeah. And exactly what Hyper Spirit didn't want in that start.
Yeah. But what can you do about it? Because, you know, it's not just Arquez and it's not just Machiavelli. Here he is again. Squares it across. This is some football, Domino. This is some football. It's impossible to play against. You cannot defend this type of football.
It's the execution of each pass table. We've seen that how many times tonight, that ball over the top, how many times, and the execution just not been there. It's when you get to this high level and people are pulling off passes like that, that are going to your feet, crosses like that, putting it on the plate, the finishing's been clinical. Abel, they are not putting a foot wrong at the minute.
No.
And I tell you what, the ROTE game that we called last time, they've clearly hit form, Abel, clearly hit a stride.
That's it, yeah. 2 defeats in 7 for these boys. Darius steps across, clears it, but it's going to come straight back because they are not done yet. ROTE over the top, hint of offside. Big save, though, from Zaha. It's not going to matter anyway, but it will do him and his confidence the world of good. And we pride ourselves on saying we don't ever see a team run away with a game. I mean, even the Empire game, they scored late. They scored a couple of goals late on, and it really did kill that game off. But this has got the potential to be an absolute whitewash. Zaha there doing wonders for his team, keeping this score at bay. But ROTE is still hungry, Domino, and esports, VPG Esports Premier teams are, when they get their tails up, when the confidence is up, they are dangerous.
Yeah. When they play loosely, April, like they are at the minute, where they're just free-flowing, and they can try those raking 60, 70-yard balls that just nearly came off with the keeper interception. You've got the ability to do that and try that, and it is just champagne football, liquid football at the minute, April.
Bluxy said this makes up for the 0-0 in the last game.
Yes, we needed
Agreed.
it.
As Vado, he had Striker on the right-hand side, Striker on the left-hand side. Goes for Arquez, and a big save again from Zaha.
It's goal of the season time, April. That's what it is. People are looking for their goals of the seasons, goals of the month.
Step right up, step right up. 23 minutes left, boys. Hyper Spirit's going to be a long 23 minutes.
It is going to be a long 23 minutes here, April. But we always know the professional outfit of this league. Teams will try and play until the end.
Oh, yeah.
And to be fair, what I would say with ROTE, they're not doing anything. I'd find it more discrediting if they're just going to keep the ball and just take it easy on me. I'd rather them keep going for the kill, because that shows you the most respect.
I don't know, mate. This is some good football. Dexter's got it on the left-hand side. Machiavelli, probably the only thing he's done wrong all game. It's just been an unbelievable performance. And sometimes you just, when you hit your stride and everything goes right for you, Arquez here has just not put a foot wrong. Gives it into RT, gets it back to Machiavelli.
Oh.
He's tucked it away on the volley. It's unsavable. The gritty comes back out once more. It's 6 for Rote.
Abel, highest scoring game on the channel from one team?
I mean, in the recent time, yeah, absolutely. Can't think of one. We'll say for FC25, and they're not finished yet. They're going to get the shot away. Zaha makes the save from the first time over the shoulder, Van Persie-esque attempt. And without Zaha, this game, you know, we're almost talking double digits.
Yeah, cricket score here, April.
And I don't think Hyper Spirit, you know, don't get me wrong, they haven't come here and won any awards for the performance they've put in. But I feel for them because it's a bit like Empire yesterday. Put anyone up against this Rote side in this last 78 minutes and they're going to decimate teams. They've just been so potent.
Yeah, April. It's hard to say they've not done much wrong, but like 6-0 April. There's got to have been something that's gone wrong there. Don't get me wrong.
Here is Chris, breaks into the box, jump steps across. It's going to fall to Varley. Big block. They still can't even get a consolation. Rote want this 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, and the clean sheet is something that the team deserve because it's not only just been a really good attacking performance, that they've still got to defend against. He's got to be offside.
Wow.
He's definitely not offside.
Machiavelli onside, tries to square it to Arquez. These two in sync all game, just missing it by a fraction there. And Jupp, who got that third, and I'm going to say important goal because I really do just think that sunk the Hyper Spirit ship. That really truly did. That third goal from Jupp at the back post, and it's just been all downhill from there really because I can't even say Hyper Spirit have played bad because they've just, Rote haven't given them a chance to play.
No, not at all, 8-ball. The positioning's been great. The hounding of the ball, the winning it back high. And then when they attack, they attack so fluidly that it doesn't give you much of an option to defend. By the time you're trying to sort your positions out, it's kind of gone. And that comes out of frustration. I'd do the same, 8-ball. It's a red card, and I can understand 8-ball. I mean, that was an R1 square 8-ball. He went hard on that one. That was knee high. So, born out of frustration.
6-0 and a red card. It's probably one that Hyper Spirit, are going to want to erase from the archives. Unfortunately for them, it's saved in the YouTube archives. If we know of any, that's going to be it anyway. Oh, there we go. It's back. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Game, set, and match has gone off anyway. That's absolutely fine. It is 6-0 to Rote, Domino. To be honest, I don't particularly have anything to say about Hyper Spirit other than it's just unfortunate the fact that they were there when Rote just decided, you know what, we're just going to put in our performance of the season now, so deal with it. Because like I said on comms, they didn't do too much wrong. Don't get me wrong, they didn't do a whole lot right, but they didn't do anything wrong to warrant getting beat 6-0. But I think we said it yesterday, sometimes you just have to take your hat off and say, best team on the night won. You smashed us 6-0, you scored some world-class goals. Fine. Have at it, and we'll just move on with the rest of our season and try and put that to the back of our minds.
Yeah, because again, what can you recapture in that? The first goal, we're not going to go through all the 6 goals, but obviously the first goal was great striker instinct. After that, 8-ball, it was executions of each thing. You were theoretically in the right position, but Rote just played killer passes after killer passes. Their positioning was great, and like you said, teams in the esports prem, they have to have a bounce back ability. Has to be, dust yourself off. Fine, no problem. It was a spanking. no problem. Take the positives we can out of the game, and yeah, we'll go again on Thursday night. So yeah, it's a hard one. Similar when again that FG result against Empire, it was the same thing. April, you feel bad for them, but what a performance for ROTE. Can't take anything away from them.
I think that's probably what we'll focus on is that unreal ROTE. I mean, it should see them move up the table. That makes it 6 wins in 14 for those boys. Just the 4 losses so far this season. We said it earlier on that with the likes of One Mind, with the likes of SAF, with the likes of FENERBACHE, all not being in and around that top, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's spaces opening up, and why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Exactly, Abel. It's a league to play for, especially when your heavy hitters, your title challenger favourites, are not really hitting their stride. It's got those gaps there. It's got the gaps like the Leicester City in real life run. You've got those gaps.
That's it. Right. That is it from us for tonight. Thank you very much for those who tuned in. As always, we are here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, every single week, 8 o'clock. For those of you who miss the live streams, obviously go back and watch it. But also, if you want the weekly wrap up, that is on Pro Clubs Weekly. Wrong channel, wrong side again. Pro Clubs Weekly YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed to both this channel and that channel, and you won't miss a single Pro Clubsy beat. Domino, anything you need to say before we let these lovely people go and finish off their evenings?
No, mate. It's just, again, honour, privilege for everyone that jumped on the channel. Thanks for being part of the stream. Commiserations if you lost. Congratulations if you won. Abel, we get to do this lovely thing again on Thursday. Let's go.
What about those who drew, Domino?
No, absolutely no. They get 0 love. Don't come on my channel and draw, Abel. It's only winners and losers. Well done.
Right. Yeah, that's everything said from us. So please, again, do continue to support Pro Clubs in any way, shape or form. Being here for these live streams or watching them afterwards, subscribing to both channels goes a very, very long way of doing that, and it's the only way to get this game mode to where it needs to be, is for us to be able to say, look how many people are watching, look how many people are interested. EA, please do something. Until then, we'll continue to watch I was going to say the very hard scoring ROTE made fools of anyone who said it's hard to score tonight, and yeah, performance of the night to those boys, and like Domino said, congratulations to the winners, commiserations to the losers, but thank you very much those of you at home and all players involved in tonight. Couldn't do it without ya. We've got a night off tomorrow. Don't know what to do with ourselves, so I'm probably just going to sit here until Thursday.
Sounds good, April. I'll join you.
Cool. See you at Thursday, 8 o'clock. Cheers, guys.
See ya.